Oh, Beach Bum. Good morning. Merry Christmas. Christmas time. All right. In Devlin, good morning. Ingram, good morning. Merry Christmas. Richard, good morning. Kathleen, good morning. Merry Christmas. INDP pushing up. INDP. It's number 2 on the list there, as you can see. INDP getting a good little push. Ted, good morning. Darn good. Good morning. Good morning to everybody. Sheila, good morning. Merry Christmas. Hopefully, Santa will bring you everything on your list. Cindy, good morning. Good morning. We are ready. My razor is still broken, apparently. Oh, gosh. Oh, it's going to be a good morning. Rich, good morning. Oh, my gosh. CTXR getting a couple of hits on the scanner. Down here, number 9. That's getting a few hits, but oh my gosh. It's going to be a good morning. It's going to be a good morning. Next week, we will be back on TikTok again in the mornings at 7:45. And we'll be on Traveling Trade Adventures. Also, Monday will be on at 7:45, not 6:45. 7:45 Eastern Time. And we'll be on just long enough to give you the 8 o'clock press releases, and then we'll bid you farewell and get back to our Zoom meeting. The loss of my daughter is hard. Just glad I found this group of amazing people to hang out with. Joey, I can totally understand. Our thoughts and prayers are with you always, and it's a tough time. It's going to be you've got a very supportive group of people here. I always consider the Wolf Pack sort of my extended family. We've been through a lot together, that's for sure. We've been through some tough times here financially with the market. We've been through some tough times together, and we've been through some really good times. And I'm always very thankful to be a part of it. goodness. Well, all right, you've got our list here. MWG, this was the one from last night in after hours that we played. I played in after hours. And INDP, you can see here, it's got a pretty decent amount of volume, 4 million shares. So it's moving up. It's moved up pretty decent this morning. VIVK, another cheap little penny. We messed with this and watched it in after hours last night. Hasn't really moved much. NCL has got 35 million shares on it. XTKG, 26 million. SIDU's got 2.7 million. APLT's got 11 million. So there's a few stocks in here that have got some pretty decent volume on them this morning. The shares shorted. What I like to see on shares shorted is a very low float stock with a really good piece of news and a high short volume. If there's a lot of shorts in that, that always leaves especially with a very low float, it leaves the potential for a little short squeeze. Some shorts covering to cause it to push up even higher. So when I'm looking at the shares shorted, when the number really matters to me is when it's a very low float stock. That's kind of when I get excited about having so many shorts in it. If it's a really low float, because I know, boy, if that thing starts to go on, especially on a good piece of news, when it starts to go, it can really go because it makes shorts very nervous and they start covering, and that causes it to go up even higher. Vicki, good morning. Kimba, good morning. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas Eve. MWG just popped over 50 cents. That's the one we were watching last night in after hours. I didn't want to hold that one overnight. I'm just a little bit nervous about the market right now, coming into the holidays like this, and the way these pennies have been acting this month. I'm just a little bit nervous about holding anything overnight, trying to get a play out of it the next morning. So I dumped that MWG. In fact, I got rid of it. The highest I got out of it was 45 cents last night, and it's up to 51 already this morning. So I could have done well if I'd have held on to it overnight, but just wasn't feeling it. Wasn't feeling the need to hold that overnight. Ken, good morning. Oliver, good morning. Mutter, good morning. All right, we've got about 5 minutes until the 7 o'clock press releases come out here in pre-market. We've had several press releases out this morning. Nothing that I see really has moved on press release this morning. Nothing dramatic. we got a couple of runners here. MWG's pushing up a little bit from after hours last night. It's got some decent volume on it, 35 million shares. Ken, good morning. JC, good morning. Ron, good morning. It's up to 52 now. MWG is up to 52. So, good morning. Happy Christmas Eve. And remember, I'm not a licensed broker, and I'm not a licensed financial advisor. And that just means I can't tell you what stocks to buy. Wouldn't dream of doing that. Or when to get in, when to get out. That's not what I'm here for. And I can't do it even if I wanted to do it. I can't because I'm not licensed to do so. So that's a big deal. But I can tell you what stocks have press releases. I've got my scanners set up for anything between 5 pennies and $40. So any press release that comes out between 5 cents and $40, we'll get the alert and we'll have it hit our scanners, and we'll be able to throw out a press release to you, hopefully. JR, good morning. Merry Christmas. Now, remember, there won't be any after hours live streaming today on Zoom or anyplace else. It's Christmas Eve, and I would like to spend time with my folks. We've got some things to get ready for tomorrow. We're having a Christmas lunch with my folks and my sister, and should be a nice afternoon of visiting with my family, and got some prep to do for that. A lot of food to make, a lot of food being cooked. So it's a good time to spend with our immediate family, and I hope you get a chance to do the same this afternoon. Take a break from the stock market. Just a day and a half. And I'm a licensed Santa. Good morning. Good morning, Mag Dude. OMER halted on FDA news. Let's take a look. OMER halted. Do we have news on that one yet? Don't see any news. Not yet. Let's keep an eye. Let's see if we can find out what time OMER might release, so we can see if we want to make a play on that or not. Level 2 is looking fairly good. The prices are going up a little on level 2. So let's see if we can find a time for that. So whoever finds a time for that first, please post it so we can all be ready to watch it. All right, here's the 7 o'clock press releases. Don't know what to expect today, being holiday season here. I'm not sure what they're going to put out. RPTX announces the acquisition of Pol ATPase inhibitor by Gilead Sciences for up to $30 million in total considerations. That's on RPTX. This one has a new president. Class action lawsuit. And a class action lawsuit. So the only one that came out at 7 is RPTX. RPTX. Another class action lawsuit. No time listed yet. So we'll continue to watch for OMER. Make sure you put that on your watch list this morning. It's currently halted pending news. We're waiting on the news. Once we get the news, then we'll get the release time and we'll know what to do with that one. INDP pushing up a little bit here. Let's see. RPTX moving up on that news. Class action lawsuits. All right, so let's switch screens here. RPTX. Let's see where this one's going here on this press release. See if it pulls back much. All right. I hope everybody's ready for Christmas. I hope you're all got your Christmas shopping done. Got your food ready to go. So I've got RPX right here on the right side. You can see it spiked up a little bit on the news, but is pulling back at the moment. On the left side over here, I have OMER, just waiting on the press release. Waiting on that press release. Sky RPTX. RPTX has a 25 million public float. It's a little higher than I like. I prefer them to be under 20 million for a really great setup, but 25 is not ugly. It's not horrible. Has about 344,000 shares shorted on it. It's not terribly high percentage. We'll see if it continues to push here, see if we can break 250 on this and get it going. We're at 246. It jumped from 222 to 250 very quickly on that press release. And since then, about 3 minutes later, it pulled back to 240. So it gave you a pullback opportunity there at 240, and it just hit 254 again. So it's trying to go back up. RPTX. Let's see how that press release works out for us. We're up about 16% at this point, 17%. We need some volume, absolutely. We've got about 770,000 shares traded so far on that press release. We need quite a bit more, though. We need that thing to get up in the millions, and we need to see it coming in very, very quickly. It's struggling. And we will continue to watch OMER. Hopefully you have that on your watch list somewhere. And as soon as that news pops up, what's the float on OMER, by the way? Let me see if I can find that. OMER. Let's see if we can find float. Scans has the float at 68 million. and it has a short float of 19%. So pretty decent short float on that. There's 13 million shares shorted. So we could get a really good squeeze out of that if it's really good news. So let's just keep our eyes and ears open for the news. 68 million. It's got a decent short percentage on it too. So there's good potential there for good squeeze if the news is really that good. So I'm going to leave OMER up on the chart here for our Zoom people, so we'll keep an eye on it together. RPTX now up 21%. Looking pretty good. Sun, SUUN, received in Power Bank $41 million transaction with Solar Advocate Development. The $41 million transaction reinforces Power Bank's model. 7-year strategic alliance. Don't see it moving, and there is no volume. DVAX, DVAX, this moved up a little bit. They are being bought out. Sanofi is going to acquire hepatitis B vaccine maker Dynavax for $2.2 billion, but it comes out to about $15.50 a share, and the stock is at $15.37 right now, so it's really not going to go up anymore. So that's really not a play from here on out. Pretty well gone up as much as it's going to. We just got a little spike there on RPTX to 265. Now it's pulling back again. Let's hope this one continues to push up for us. See if we can scrape $3 out of that. Let's see if we can get some movement here. Let's see. IMRX announces a 12-month overall survival data from a phase 2 clinical trial. First-line pancreatic cancer patients. On January 7th, 2026 here, so January 7th, they're going to announce the data on a 12-month overall survival rate on a phase 2. But they're not going to do it until January 7th. So that's what the press release is about, just telling us that's when they're going to release the information. So don't expect that one to move much. All right. Okay. Trying to get a little push here on RPTX. 3 would suit me just fine. That would suit me just fine. Still waiting on some press releases here. Let's take a look at OMER. Let's take a look at Santec. Moving. Group. FGL not moving. VI. Nothing really moving up right at the moment. Nothing. Nothing really popping off here. We might get a good play out of OMER if that news is good. Time will tell. We just have to be patient and wait. MWG pulling down. INDP's at 313. VIVK down. DVAX not going anywhere, and it won't go anywhere. NCL. Ugh, not really much moving, is there? If anybody sees anything that's moving, don't hesitate to call it out. I'm not seeing not much activity here. Even Momo's not moving. The other scanners aren't showing any movement on anything. That's not good. Oh, that's good. That is good stuff. Let me look at that SUUN. SUUN power bank. That's not moving either. Well, they're going to make us work for it this morning. Coco, good morning. Good morning. WP. Gosh, we're not even getting the press releases that normally trickle in between 7 and 8 or 7 and 7:30. There's nothing trickling in. Market almost is acting like it's just in hibernation right now. Anybody got anything? RPTX is trying to push back up. We'll make a few pennies off of this if it doesn't crash on us. Man, I'm checking all the scanners here and I'm not seeing anything that's other than RPTX on that press release this morning. I'm just not seeing much action. 263. We had a previous high there of 266. Yeah, some class action law. Yeah, we're not even getting the class action lawsuit press releases that normally flood our news stream here. Those aren't even popping up really. No conferences, no filings, no nothing. Well, let's see if RPTX will break that 266 high. We hit 263. $3 on that one would set me up for the day. I mean, that would be nice. Just waiting on that press release from OMER. I hope that comes out today. Gosh, no time's released yet on when it's coming out. MWG, yeah, it's trying. That's the one we got in after hours last night. Picked that one up at 31 cents in after hours last night, but I sold it in after hours. I didn't want to hold it overnight. I should have, I guess, in hindsight, looking at the price today, I should have probably held on to that overnight, but I made good on it, so I'm not complaining at all. RPTX to 3 would just make my entire day beautiful. Mag Dude, yeah, I did the same thing. I was too worried about holding it overnight. The way these penny stocks have been acting this whole month, the whole month of December has just been real wonky, just weird with penny stocks. They're not being as predictable as they can be sometimes, and they're just really all over the place. So I was just real nervous about holding it overnight, and I was up nice on it, so I thought, I'll take it. I'll sleep better. Sleep better locking in the profit than worrying about it all night, whether it's going to crash in the morning. Some volume on space stocks, but they already bumped up and price isn't increasing. Yeah, it's just. But we've got a new year coming. SIDU is an amazing space stock. Made bank yesterday, plus it went up overnight. There you go. Just completed their financing. I got my chair. The hydraulics on my chair keeps sinking. I'm seeing myself on the camera just doing this, sinking down. I think it's trying to tell me something. I think my chair's trying to tell me something. Santa's getting too fat. Oh goodness. So yeah, SIDU, definite good one. Oh my gosh. Momo hasn't moved. If you guys are watching your Momo scanner, mine hasn't moved since 7:13 this morning. That scanner is just dead in the water. AIRI, also an aerospace stock worth watching. Thank you, JR. Dan, that might have been a good decision. Webull's pretty good platform. I like Webull. I like it a lot. 264 now on RPTX for anybody that's holding on tight. Yeah, Jay talked with the guys at Mometic. Mometic and Momo are two different websites, and I think he's associated with Mometic. They call it Momo. Their scanner's called Momo Pro or something. I have that one. Yeah, Momo Pro. The website is mometic.com. The one I'm using, and that's a subscription based platform. And I try to stay away from subscriptions as much as I can when I'm trading. I'm already $500 a month deep in subscriptions for scanners. And that's enough, man. That's enough. MomoScreener.com. That's the one I use a lot, and that's free. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. You know, they I don't know what goes on with them, but it goes down quite a bit. But you know, it's free, so get what you pay for, I guess. AGIO joins the S&P. AGIO joins the S&P. Powered by Cloudflare. Cloudflare. Yeah, you know, if you use the momentum stocks scanner on Momo Screener, it does come in helpful. I've caught several good runners watching that momentum stock scanner. But and there's times when it doesn't even work until like 9 o'clock in the morning, or sometimes it's down the entire day. Look at RPTX for everybody holding. Look at that. We just wicked up to 269, got a new high on that. 3 is going to make my day. Still waiting, however, on that press release from OMER. AIRI, yep, it's a good aerospace stock. Yeah, silver's been running great. Silver's been good. RPTX, we just hit 269 again. Come on, baby. About the only thing running up here this morning. Anybody see anything? Yeah, silver's been good. All-time high yesterday for SPY, silver, gold, copper. Silver is going to hit 100 very soon. 271 now on RPTX. We're up about 23% on that press release so far. Bob P., great job at the traveling posts, enjoying them. Well, thank you. The posts will get a lot more interesting once I actually hit the road. Once I actually get out on the road and start traveling, the content will be really varied, really wide ranging, from stock trading to traveling and adventures and all the stuff I'm going to get myself involved in. TNMG AI News. TNMG. TNMG. They had a press release out this morning at 7 o'clock, or excuse me, 6:30 this morning. They were granted continued listing by NASDAQ's hearing panel, subject to meeting the $1 bid price rule on or before January 7th. I don't see any AI news. Yeah, I don't see any AI news, but I do see the continued listing. So keep an eye on that one. TNMG is moving up a little bit here in pre-market. Class action lawsuit. TNMG. It looks like RPTX is pulling backwards here a little bit. Follow the volume here. Where's the volume going? Volume's picking up on TNMG. It's only at 106,000 at the moment, but it is picking up. 21 million public float. Only has about 62,000 shares shorted on it, so it doesn't have a real high short percentage. So RPTX pulling back here for us. They are pulling back. Don't have a time on OMER yet. Don't even have the press release for it yet. We're thinking it's been halted for FDA news, but we don't know for sure. Has it been released? Because I've got a current bid and ask price on it. Not seeing any orders going through, though. You see up here in the top left, I've got a bid and ask price on it, and that's usually 0 when it's halted. It's probably just a glitch on E-Trade because there's no orders going through. Let's see, SDST to secures financing to advance Oklahoma lithium refinery toward construction. No volume. Regular shareholder lost money. Class action lawsuit. Still waiting on the news for OMER. XTKG. That was on our watch last night. XTKG. This was one of the stocks that we watched last night in after hours. It's starting to pump up a little bit. DVAX, DVAX, that one is kind of bouncing around quite a bit. Not really moving anywhere at the moment. It only has 300,000 shares traded on it, so it doesn't have a lot of volume yet, but it's bouncing around a bit. So SDST with their refinancing news, or not refinancing, but they secured financing to advance their Oklahoma lithium refinery towards construction. SDST. We'll see where that's going. SDST. We'll see if that pops. They have a 6 million float, public float. 6.8 million public float, according to scans, and a 404,000 shares shorted on it. Got about 15,000 shares traded so far in pre-market. So not many shares traded there. Got a big spread on it as well. Waiting on that press release from OMER. I'm really curious to see just how good this is going to be or how fluffy it's going to be. SDST, Fly, class action lawsuit. At 7:30, the 7:30 press releases, we got two. We normally get 15, 20, 25 press releases at 7:30. We got two. That tells you where the market's at today. 7:30, we got the SDST press release and another one, DGXX, which was just a letter to the shareholders. Neither one of them have any volume on them. So today, it's looking like today is going to be pretty slow in terms of press releases. It's not going to be a real hopping day, I guess. But that's okay, because then I can focus on one or two good ones if we get one. Anybody comes up with a time on OMER, let me know. We'll see if we can make a good trade on that one. Well, RPTX, it's hanging in there in the 260s. It's not giving up its gains real easy. It's holding on. It's trying really hard to hang on here. Let's hope that continues. We only need one good one, just one. Give us one good one. That's all we need. Stocks making the biggest moves in pre-market. Nike, Dynavax Technologies, UiPath, Paves, OMER. Waiting on that OMER press release. My goodness. Trapper, good morning. Wolfpack, good morning. RPTX picked it up on the last dip. Might be time for a fireside chat. AFJK. 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 $49. AMI Health Technology. It's a $49 stock. Big spread. Looking a little dangerous. Here's just a little tidbit for you. Now, AFJK is making some moves here. Now, I know it's a $50 stock, but this might make some moves. 55, 57 bucks maybe. It's at 52 now. 53. May not be in your wheelhouse as far as the price goes, but at least you're aware of it. FDA calendar tracking drug approval updates lists Friday, 12/26, as the day for the update for OMER. Thank you, Ken. It's just an FYI. They're listing Friday, 12/26, as the date for the update on OMER. So, don't know. Don't know. Well, let's hope that's wrong. Let's hope that comes out today. Let's hope that comes out today. What is the float on AFJK? Let's take a look. AFJK. Oops. AFJK. Why am I not seeing anything? News. 4.3 million public float. %33 held by insiders, 60% held by institutionals. Could be a good recipe. Could be a good recipe for a pop. TNMG. TNMG moving up. This is the one that was granted continued listing by NASDAQ panel, subject to them meeting the $1 minimum bid price. So it's starting to push back up again. Bobby got TNMG from 317 to 375. Nice trade, Bobby. Very nice trade. MWG tried there for momentarily, it tried to go back up, popped back up over 50 again, 50 cents. No, you didn't miss the Santa Claus rally. David, there's not been a Santa Claus rally this year. Not that I'm seeing. It goes into the first week of January, too. So, first few days of January. So, we still got time. We still have time. I was kind of wondering what today was going to be like, being Christmas Eve. I know the market's open, but you have to imagine there's a lot of people not too worried about trading today, spending time doing other things. TNMG just spiked to 378 very momentarily. Looking at it on the 5-minute chart here, 378. Might want to go to 4. Who knows? Keep an eye on it. Might push all the way to 4. Yeah, all-time highs yesterday on some of the indexes. Absolutely. Absolutely. On gold, silver, all that kind of stuff. I'm just referring to some of these penny stocks. Haven't seen a lot of the penny stocks do what they are capable of doing. This month's just been very weird. Been a very odd time. Edible, EDBL, Edible Garden to start shipping pulp and pickle party to Western Beef. Here we are with the pickle parties again. Apparently, a company called Western Beef is a prominent regional supermarket operator, is going to start carrying the company's pulp fermented gourmet and chili-based sauces, and Pickle Party kosher fermented pickles and krauts. That's on Edible, EDBL. So we're back with the pickle parties with Edible. Okay. Well, we've got 46, about 14 minutes to go here. Maybe 8 o'clock will throw something at us. Press releases have been very slow this morning. Been very, very slow. But it's Christmas Eve. I hope everybody's minds are on Christmas holidays. Edible bounced. The Garden of Eden's having a pickle party. I'll bet. I'll bet they are. LMNR, another enormous earnings miss. Luminaries tries to spin transition away from lemons. Nothing there. Just not getting any. MWG at 49. DVAX, TNMG still trying to push up. Looking for $4 on that. That'd be nice. We wicked up to 378, and 4 is not too far away from that. So it might go there. Let's see. Scanning, looking, searching. Boy, if anybody's got anything. Still watching RPTX, and I got to say, it's holding up. It's not crashing. It spiked on the news, climbed up pretty nicely, and now it's just going sideways. So that's encouraging. Let me scan down through here. Scanning down through all the news from this morning, and there's just nothing that's had news on it this morning. It's really doing anything other than TNMG and RPTX. They were about the only two on press releases that really had any action to them at all. The rest of the news has been pretty fluffy and just garbage news. Just a lot of market news, class action lawsuits, just nothing with any meat on the bone, if you know what I mean. There's just nothing that we can sink our teeth into here. Celine, good morning. But maybe 8 o'clock will service up a really beautiful press release on a silver platter, and we can take advantage of it. I'm going to continue watching the news scanners between now and then. If anything pops up, I'll definitely let you know. I just increased my scanner range from 5 cents to $60. So anything that pops up between 5 pennies and 60, we're going to find out about it. Just nothing's popping. That's all right. Good cup of coffee in the morning. Nothing beats that. Especially when you're camping. Anything better than a hot cup of coffee when you're out camping? Oh, and bacon frying. I don't know that life gets a whole lot better than that. Sitting around a campfire, sitting around a fire in the morning, early in the morning, with a hot cup of coffee and the smell of bacon frying. I mean, maybe I'm built different, but to me, that life don't get a whole lot better than that. I mean, just watching the sunrise, just not a whole lot that would make me happier than that. That's really nice to see, experience. Piece of chocolate with your coffee. Oh yeah, that's good too. Camping in the Rockies. Yeah, Jimbo, I've done that. I've been up in the mountains in Colorado on a retreat. From the company that I worked for sent us on a 1 week team building retreat, and we stayed in tents up in the mountains, and it was amazing, absolutely amazing. It was just incredible. The morning, fire in the morning and bacon and eggs over an open fire. I mean, it was just, it's hard to even describe the beauty of it. And while you're sitting there eating, bacon and eggs, you got a hot cup of coffee, and you've got the Rocky Mountains there in front of you. That's just, it doesn't get much better. I think everybody should experience that at least once in their life. Same way on the ocean. If you've never experienced a sunrise coming up over the ocean on the East Coast, obviously, an early morning sunrise up over the ocean, it breaks the horizon of the ocean as the sun's coming up with a hot cup of coffee. It's just, it doesn't get much better than that. And a sunset over the ocean, watching the sunset, it's incredible. You gotta, clearing the inlet at 40 miles per hour. Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. Not much beats that. I'll tell you what. You should experience the sunrise and the sunset over the ocean at least once in your life, just to say that you did it. It's an incredible sight. You know, JR, I don't know that I've ever seen that. I don't think I've ever experienced watching the moon pop up over the horizon of the ocean. I don't know that I've ever seen that. I'll have to make a point to see that. Yeah, I can remember many times watching the sunrise coming up on the East Coast, watching that sunrise come up over up from the ocean there, and the colors, the oranges and the greens and the blues, and it's insane how beautiful it is. And I can remember sitting there thinking, God is one heck of an artist. You know, that's the thought going through my mind. God is one heck of an artist to paint that kind of a picture. It's so insanely beautiful. TNMG trying to push back up again. Vicky, Dale, Merry Christmas Eve. Almost that time. RPTX still hanging in there, still watching it, still waiting for $3. TNMG still watching, still hanging in there. We've got 2 minutes now, 2 minutes until the 8 o'clock press releases. Hopefully you can stick around and get those 8 o'clock press releases. And then we'll do the 8:30 press releases as well, and the 9 o'clock. Uh, Caliente Resort. I'm not sure where that's at, Bob. Where's that at? Caliente Resort. Oh, it's no, probably won't visit that. No, 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 no. RPTX, is that a barcode situation? No, that's not a barcode situation. It's close, but it's not. Very close. Very, very close to one. Evero, good morning. All right. We got about 20 seconds. Fingers crossed, we only need one. Drum roll, please. Here we go. Please give us one, at least one. DRMA announces up to $12 million private placement. It's a microfloat. DRMA. EWTX announces completion of the Edge 7500 Cirrus phase 2, parts B and C, and favorable interim safety results from the ongoing part D study. MAIA financing Galt. Okay. Did you guys go look at DRMA? Raise your hand if you went and looked at it. I don't see it trading, Beach Bum. It still shows it being halted on mine. There's no orders coming in. There's no. Oh, there it goes. It just popped in with a bunch of orders, but I think it's still halted. But I do see some orders going through on OMER. All right. Well, the only thing we got decent at 8 o'clock was DRMA. And I made sure to holler that one out right away because that was a micro float. Scans has it listed with 828,000 public float with 20,000 shares shorted. Volume picked up very quickly on that one. We've bounced from $2.03. It hit a high of $3.14. It went up over $1 in 2 minutes on that press release, which micro floats do. Let's see if it's going to continue. We're 296. Let's keep an eye on level 2 here and see where it's going to go. I hope that the Wolfpack was paying attention to that mention of the micro float. We just hit 326. We're up 54% so far. Yeah, OMER is still halted, best I can tell. There's some orders going through, but they're not. It's not being publicly traded yet. It's not active. If I'm wrong, tell me. But from what I can tell, it's still halted. Ted is out at 313. So Ted jumped out on DRMA at 313. Spiked all the way to 328. Let's see where it's going to go. It's a micro float. It can do some crazy things. How many of our traveling trade adventure friends caught that one? Anybody catch that one quick? $255 to $312 for Steve. Good job. Nick, $248 to $310. He says, Merry Christmas. Beautiful. Ted got $259 to $313. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Nice big spike up to about 4 would be just icing on the cake. Come on. One more big push. One more big, massive push would just be so bizarre and beautiful. Come on. Come on, retail. Don't give up on us yet. A lot of profit taking going on right now. A lot of people scalping off of this thing. Let's see. Exception for minerals, class action lawsuit. Class action lawsuit. Anybody still holding? Or is everybody jumping out? There's a lot of people hitting that bid price. So the bid price is going through quite steadily, which tells me there's a lot of people selling into the bid to get out. We need that to flip. We need to see that ask price starting to go through on level 2 on the order book. We need to see the ask getting smacked heavy. Right now, we're not. Come on, baby. Oh, let's see. Class action lawsuit. Class action lawsuit. Now we're getting all the class action lawsuits popping up. DRMA. Come on, baby, push. If you're making money on this, hit that subscribe button. Show me some love here. DRMA, come on. Double tap that screen. Get those hearts flying. Come on. I'm waiting for it to pop. It's wants to so bad. I could just feel it. Maybe I'm just being optimistic, but it just feels like that thing wants to just bounce really hard up to about 330, 340 really quick. But we'll see. All we can do is be patient and wait. Just be patient and wait. Make some money on this one. We got Christmas presents to pay for. Come on. Oh, gosh. Like I said, we only need one every morning. We just need one really good one. I just hope this is it. Come on. Push, 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 push. Come on. Yeah, I started a little late if I was trying to go. It would come in white anyway. Beard would come in white for sure. Push. It's going sideways, making me nervous. It's going to break to the upside or the downside. We know that, right? That's common sense. Let's just hope it breaks to the upside. Keep an eye on AIRI. AIRI. It's up 14%, 3.8 million public float. $317. Come on, DRMA. Let's put the wolf pack in the money here and got to pay for all these Christmas presents. Come on, boom up. It's a micro float, and we know what micro floats can do. The wolf pack has learned that lesson long, long time ago. Come on, baby. Just rip, pop to about 340, 350. Come on. We're up to 332. Wallet's getting heavy. I can feel it. Come on. Push. Keep a tight leash on it. If you're holding right now, keep a tight leash on it because it's a micro float. Yes, it can spike up really, really fast, like 50 cents at a time. I've seen them spike $1 extremely fast. But it also can crash extremely fast as well. So keep that in mind. They can crash just as fast as they can go up. That's where that whole greed thing comes in. When you're sitting on a really nice piece of profit, don't get greedy because they can crash very, very quickly. Stick to your plan. Steve got it from 285 to 330. Beautifully done. Pinky, 224 to 324. Scalped an entire dollar a share off of that stock. That is beautiful. Just beautiful. Hi ho, hi ho. Remember that one from yesterday? HIHO. That one's trying to get a little bounce this morning as well. That was such a perfect stock for Christmas. Hi ho. Ho ho ho. HIHO. That was such a nice one yesterday. It went up over 100% yesterday in pre-market on that press release. That was a nice little bounce. TNMG pulling back. Keep a tight leash on them. Now, if you're in the money, don't let it take your profits. Even a 5% gain or a 10% gain is way better than nothing. Let's see. Change class action lawsuit. All right, DRMA is starting to trend, starting to pull back here. Let's see if it can hold up over 3. SIDU pushing up. We've talked about that one this morning. SIDU, Citus Space Inc. Citus, patata. But that one's starting to curl up a little bit. And then, of course, that AIRI, that one just pushed over $4. We talked about that one this morning. MWG, we talked about that one this morning. That's the one we picked up in after hours yesterday. It's up now 54. We just hit 55 cents on that thing. That's the one we grabbed yesterday at 31 cents. I need DRMA to hold up over 3. Please hold up over 3. Bounce off of 3. Jim, you have a great day. Merry Christmas, my friend. We'll see you on Friday. There won't be any after hours today. It's Christmas Eve. So I'm going to take that opportunity to take some time for me and my folks and enjoy Christmas Eve. Enjoy the entire day. And I hope you guys do the same. SOBR, Sober Safe, bouncing up a little bit. You can see here the climb on low volume, but it's been steadily trying to push up. SOBR. Now we've got drama, DRMA below 3. I was hoping that wouldn't drop below 3. Sober, SOBR, can't quite decide where it wants to go. We hit 166 on that one. Look at MWG. That's up almost 100% from where we picked it up yesterday in after hours. It's up to 60 cents now. Just need about 2 more pennies and we'll be up over 100% on that call out, on that press release. Sessions retirement. Now let's go back and look at SOBR again. Come on now. Look at that. You guys making money with the Wolf Pack with Traveling Trade Adventures, hit that subscribe button. Look at that baby go. SOBR is just ripping. That's nice. She wants to rip, that's for sure. Robert, good morning. Can we go higher than 174? Well, sure we can. How about 178? 179? Mutter, are you taking advantage of that one? $2 would be amazing. Looks like DRMA trying to climb back up as well. My goodness. Oh, we've had a couple of pretty good little rippers here this morning. started off awful slow. A lot of the stocks that we talked about this morning, keeping an eye on, are pushing up and have done pretty well. A couple of them. Not all of them. DRMA trying to get back over 3. It's fighting. Okay, we've got 3.5 minutes, and we can throw out the 8:30 press releases. So hopefully you can stick around for that. Hopefully you can stick around. MWG right now is up 138% from that press release yesterday and after hours. 138%. Yes, sirree, indeed. And the wolf pack was on top of it. We were right there on it. I don't know that too many people jumped in on it, because I don't think the press release came off to everybody as quite that fantastic of news. But everybody knew about it. And that's half the battle right there, just knowing about it. Looks like my hat is losing its, it looked more like an elf than Santa, I think. I don't think I look like Santa. I think I look like an elf. My hat's getting a little droopy. Oh, come on, Sober. SOBR. Let's get up to $2. Rip, rip, rip. $2. Let's go. Let's quit horsing around and get that thing up to $2. This was at $1.29 this morning. And we just hit $1.79. Let's see if we can get it to 2. It's pushing right now. It's trying to push up. I'm watching it on the 1 minute. Now I'm watching it on the 5-minute time frame. I'm going to switch over to the 1 minute and see what it's doing. Yeah, not looking bad on either time frame, really. You could be in, oh, how short are you? All right. Okay, 15 seconds. Let's hope 8:30 throws a nice one at us. All right, come on, baby. We got a nice one at 8. Let's see what 8:30 does. Soar 5. Platform extension. ELOG. ELOG entered into contract for its first photovoltaic power generation construction project with a total contract price of 42.5 million RMBs, which is about $6 million US. ELOG. They have a 2.9 million public float. Pulling back. And that was it at 8:30. We got 3 press releases at 8:30. That's pretty bad, but it's Christmas Eve. Market's not what it normally is. Market is not what it usually is. Let's look at ELOG. Let's look at MWG. Well, MWG popped up to 64.20. It's up 148% right now from the press release yesterday and after hours. Not bad. Not bad at all. Now, ELOG looks like it might be trying to push up just a little bit here. It wicked. It went up initially when the press release, when I read it out, the press release popped it up to 187. Then it pulled back. It pulled back to 166 on the next candle. And now it's gone from 166 back to 185. So even that little pullback to the very next candle is a beautiful scalp. That's a beautiful little 20-cent scalp on a stock. Can't beat that. And now it's back to 188. Remember, it has a 2.9 million public float, so it's got a small float. Now it's at 194. $203. $219. $222. Will it go higher than 222? That was a nice climb. That 166 pullback all the way to 222. That's a nice chunk of profit right there. That's a nice little Christmas gift. Sober. TNMG. Bless its heart, it's trying, but it is just having one heck of a time. ELOG just hit 226. It's up 57% on that press release. And now we've got the pullback. Let's see if that low float helps it out any. See if it can survive this. Let's see if it survives this little pullback here. Hit that subscribe button if you're making any money on some of these calls. Definitely appreciate it. Doesn't cost anything. Come on. It's struggling. A lot of sell-off going on. A lot of scalpers out there this morning. Don't blame them, though. That's exactly what we do. It's exactly what we do. We scalp them off. Yes, Gary, I sure did. I got into a couple of them very quick in and out. So I haven't held anything very long. Did not on ELOG though. This one that I'm watching right now, I did not. Sober pulling back. OMER still halted. HIHO pull back. AIRI is pulling back. SIDU pulling back finally. That one's had a nice little climb up this morning, but it is pulling back here just a bit. AFJK stuck around 50, 51 still. Need to break that 225 on ELOG. Not much there on level 2. Not a lot of big orders there. That changes second by second, but just looking at a snapshot of right now, there's not a terrible amount there. If this could, with that small float, this could pop, but I'm seeing the bid price going through in the order book. See, I'm watching this order book right here. If you guys can see that on Zoom, see that order book? These are all the actual orders coming in as they come in. And I look at the bid price here, and I look at the prices that are coming through in the order book. And I can tell whether the bid price is being hit, because that's what you'll see in the order book, or if the current ask price is showing up in the order book. It's a real quick way for you to tell if people are buying the ask price or if they're selling into the bid price. And obviously, if we want it to go up, we want to see that ask price coming through on the order book. We want to see that ask price being hit a lot. And we're not really seeing that right now on this. I'm seeing that bid price popping up here more so than the ask. And that makes me a little nervous, makes me a little cautious, keeps me close to the sell button. but I'm not in it right now. So just pointing out some of the things that I look at when I'm watching it. Cab, good morning. Merry Christmas. MWG, hanging on. It's not giving up those gains yet. That's a good thing. Sober's coming down hard, isn't it? It's getting beat up. Looks like it's trying to push, but that's an awfully big trend downwards. That's why you keep a tight leash on them. The way I try to do it, if I get into a stock and it goes up and I didn't sell because I was expecting a little more and it starts to come down, when it starts coming down and threatening your entry position, that's when your brain is switching to that. It's time to start looking at selling. And then you're going to watch it really close where you bought in at. You're going to watch it real close right through there. And if it starts dropping below, your finger should be on that sell button. And if it really drops again real hard, you need to be out. Do not horse around with it because it could just keep going and really pull you into the red really bad. You got to cut those losses quick. And I'll let it pull down to my buy-in and let it waver. I'll let it bounce a little bit back and forth if it wants to, just in case it decides to go back up again. But once it drops below, my finger's on the sell button, it drops again, I'm out. That's it. I don't stick around and hold on to it. If you just let it go and go and go and go and think, it'll turn around, it may not. So you've got to, don't let it, once it threatens your entry position, your price where you got in at, once it starts threatening that, coming down to that, you got to be already in the mindset of, okay, it's time to let go. I'm not going to get burnt. I'm not going to let it take my money. It might take a little bit, but a little bit of loss is a lot easier to gain back on the next trade than a big, massive loss. Now you're going to be trading for days and days trying to get back what you lost. Hope that makes sense. Tesco Mines, Generation, subsidiary teaching expense, multiple spots from hotel positions. ELOG still coming down. Boy, everything's pulling back. Even MWG it's hanging up there in the 60s, but it's not doing real well. It's not performing. Triple digit growth across entertainment experiences, automotive this holiday season. Apple Hospitality republishes annual corporate responsibility report. GLXY. IPW, Microfloat, enters into a strategic $30 million financing facility to strengthen its balance sheet and launch a digital asset treasury. It's on IPW. ELOG for James, 170 to 220. Nicely done, James. Very good trade. Sober. TNMG. LG. Well, we've got about 12 and a half minutes till we get to 9 o'clock press releases. So we're going to hang out for just a little bit longer. And if I didn't tell you earlier, Merry Christmas. Hopefully everybody has a beautiful Christmas this year. Santa brings you everything that you had hoped for. Brian, Merry Christmas. ELOG making another push. It's got to break 225. That's where it's had trouble. Celine, Merry Christmas. Look at ELOG. I just said it has to break 225, and what does it do? Boom, 248. Jesus, that is sweet. Wow. My goodness. Boy, that was unexpected, wasn't it? $250. $252. ELOG is just a ripping, buddy. 254, 255. We're up 78% on that press release. Merry Christmas from the Wolfpack. Wow. Ted, are you in Taiwan? 254. Still here. One of our Wolfpack members is in Taiwan right now, and he's with us live on Zoom, on our daily Zoom meeting. How awesome is that? Back on January 7th. You have a great Christmas over there. Kristen, Merry Christmas. ELOG 267. We are up 82% on that press release. If you made money on that, hit that subscribe button. Hit it even if you didn't, but especially if you did. How awesome is that? $1.63 to $2.67. That's nice. A couple of days ago was in Hong Kong and China. Nice. He was in China a couple of days ago, and he tried to get us live on Zoom from China, but there was no internet service, so couldn't get it. That's really awesome, Ted. We look forward to you coming back here to the States and definitely safe travels, my friend. I hope you have a nice, uneventful trip on the way back. Internet said no, no. How awesome is the internet, man? We can have people in Taiwan live with us on Zoom in the mornings. Isn't that cool? That technology is just amazing. ELOG up 95%. We just hit 278 now. Yeah, three is in sights, that's for sure. I don't know. Every time I think it's going to go to a certain number, though, it doesn't quite get there this morning. But boy, that's nice. That was a nice pop. $92. Merry Christmas from the Wolf Pack and Traveling Trade Adventures. God, that's beautiful. Well, that'll put a few presents under the tree, won't it? Cab AFJK 4622 to 51. Wow. Was holding out for 52, but I gave up. That's still a good trade, though. 4622 to 51. That's a good trade. Bring the RV across the pond. Boy, well, that would be something. You imagine what it would cost to do that? Ship an RV across the country, across the ocean. I can't even imagine the costs involved in that. Well, I think this Saturday, weather permitting, Traveling Trade Adventures, we're going to head out, take the Wave Runner out in the ocean, and do some seashell hunting, do some dolphin watching, see if I can catch some dolphin on camera. Should be pretty cool. Wow, what a pop on that dumb thing. That was nice, man. Oh my gosh. Okay, 4 minutes, 4.5 minutes, and we'll give you the 9 o'clock press releases. Now, even on a good day, 9 o'clock press releases are usually pretty thin. We don't usually get too many at 9 o'clock. And today, I suspect it's going to be even less because of it's been really slow here with being Christmas Eve with the market. It's not we've not gotten a lot of press releases. We have gotten a couple of pretty decent climbers, a couple of good pushes on some press releases, but nothing crazy. AGIO. The Geos or Agios Pharmaceuticals. AGIO. That's a $28 stock. It's moving up a little bit. What a great morning. It's going to be a good day. And remember, no after hours today for me. It's Christmas Eve. Got to take some time off for Christmas Eve. It's a special time of the year. Markets close tomorrow. Market closes early today. For anybody that wasn't thinking about it, market closes early, probably around 1 o'clock Eastern time. The market will close. Then after hours will start. But after hours, because the market closed early, after hours will close early as well. So after hours should be done around 5 p.m. Just an FYI. So I'm going to take the rest of the day off after this morning, and I hope you do as well. I hope you spend some time with your friends and family and or co-workers if you're at work today. I know a lot of people had to work today. Steve, I'll see you on Friday, my friend. We'll be back again Friday for pre-market on Zoom, as always, and right here on Traveling Trade Adventures. But we won't be on at 6:45 Eastern time like we have been this whole week. Starting Monday, we won't come on until about 7:45. Let's see. Let's take a look at Sober. Sober ripping up again. SOBR, Sober Safe, trying to push back up. Oliver, Merry Christmas. But we'll try to keep you updated on when we're going live here on Traveling Trade Adventures. Once I get out on the road traveling, we'll be live from the RV. So the background back here will be a little bit different than it is right now. But we'll be live from the RV, and not just for stock trading, but also for just general chit chat while we're out on the road. Let's look at AGIO again. AGIO, that's one that was just mentioned to you. We just hit 29.76, might smack $30. All right, let's take a look at Sober again. Boy, Sober really tried to recover there, didn't it? Okay, 8 seconds. Let's see what we get at 9 o'clock. No big expectations for 9. 9 a.m. press releases aren't typically that great historically. Let's see. Where are we at here? OMER. FDA approves Omera's Yartmalia, first and only therapy indicated for TATMA. It's the only approved treatment for hematopoietic stem cell transplant associated with thrombotic microangiopathy and is indicated for adults and children ages 2 years and older. That's on OMER. That's the one we've been waiting on all morning. That's the one we've been waiting on. OMER. It's halted right now. It's been halted all morning. We've been watching it, but we've been waiting on that press release, and there it is. FDA approves one of their drugs. OMER. And look at sober. 182. Oh, shoot. That's crazy. That is just crazy. OMER. Approves Omeros Yardamelia. I get that's the drug name. First and only therapy indicated for TA-TMA for treatment in stem cell transplant. High complete response rates, strong survival benefit, safety profile, and prescribing information highlights. No boxed warnings, no risk evaluation and mitigation strategy, and vaccinations are not required prior to treatment. So, WETO, Webus International Limited expands into the U.S. outdoor smart equipment and robotics market. WETO. V-Way, Sovereign Defense Boom, 3 shift until Tactic. Wearable Devices, WLDS, and Rokid partner to bring neutral gesture control to AI and AR glasses. That's on Wilds, WLDS. Look at Sober, 198. Holy smokes. That's going to hit our 2. Holy smokes. Mutter got it from 144 to 176. 198 we hit. We damn near hit that $2 mark. Holy smokes. How beautiful. JR got Sober from 144 to 197. What a great trade, JR. Good job. So we know what the news is. Let's take a look at Wilds, WLDS, on that press release. Getting a little bit of movement on that press release, isn't it? ELOG pushing back up. Looking for 3 on that one. ELOG. I think that can hit 3. I really do. That floats is low enough. It's 2.9 million public float. With that low of a float, just a little bit of volume can really push that thing up. So I'm going to be watching that one. I think that one could pop to 3. I think it's capable of it anyway. Whether it will or not, that's another guess. Let's see. So we know what the news is now on OMER. We know what the news is. We hit 199 on Sober, SOBR. Merry Christmas. Keep an eye on OMER. Please, please, please. Watch for the release time. Watch for the release time. I'm telling you, OMER. I don't know where it's going. I don't know if it's going up or down, how high it will go if it does go up. Look at ELOG now. 316. Did I not say 3? We were looking for 3. And I thought it could go to 3. Boom. 316. Merry Christmas. Holy smokes. I meant to ask, can you resend that email? Yeah, I can look. I'll see if I'll try. Yeah. It wasn't a big long, it just said thank you. That's all it was. So ELOG. Look at that, baby. Wow. ELOG. Over 100% on that stock. 100%. That's beautiful. I like that. What a great way. What a great way to top off the beginning of the Christmas holiday here, right? 100% runner. It's up 109%. We've got one coming off a reverse split today. RBNE. Looks like they've just put themselves through a reverse split. I'm guessing. That's the way it looks anyway. I'll have to double check it to make sure. 113% now on ELOG. How many of you took that this morning on the news with us? How many of you took that one? RBNE 1 for 5 reverse split. Thank you, JR. So that one's coming off a reverse split today. So it's going to be trading today with a new low float. RBNE. Romeo, Bravo, November, Echo for all my military brothers and sisters. All right. Well, we're going to watch and see if Sober can pop back up. We're going to see if ELOG goes any higher today. So some good call outs there, some good press releases. Not bad for Christmas Eve. I think that's pretty good. So Traveling Trade Adventures, I will see you guys Friday morning. Market opens back up Friday. So I'll see you Friday morning, 6:45 Eastern time, right here. Same channel. Hit that subscribe button. Thank you very much. Watch a couple of those videos, comment. We're going to continue to add content as the time progresses here. The channel's just getting started. So be patient and I'll get some more content added in there. But you guys have a great, great Christmas. Merry Christmas to all of you. God bless, and I'll see you Friday morning.